What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Southall, back again with another video, and today I am here with my WWE Roadblock end of the line predictions. Of course, this is the final pay-per-view of 2016. This is going to be the way we're going to end off the year. This is going to be the final Raw exclusive pay-per-view of 2016, and then after that we'll be heading to the Royal Rumble and on the road to WrestleMania, which is always the most exciting time of the year for us wrestling fans. And what do I think of this show just going into it? I feel like, just like TLC, it could surprise us. We could have some very good matches, or it could, you know, fall a bit flat, which I think it might. I think this is going to be one of those shows that's going to fall flat. I hope not, but that's what I predict is going to happen quality-wise. So let's talk about the matches that will be taking place on the pre-show. We're going to have Big Cass squaring off against Rusev, and of course the storyline going into this, Enzo and Cass have been having a feud with Rusev. Of course, Enzo was walking backstage naked, Lana was kind of checking her out, and then Lana and Rusev kind of set up this thing for Enzo where Rusev gets angry at Lana, Enzo backs her up, and then Lana invites Enzo to a dressing room or whatever, and then so they can have sex. And then Rusev finds out, kicks the shit out of Enzo, and now Big Cass is pissed at Rusev for beating the crap out of his buddy. So who do I think is going to win? I think Big Cass is going to win this match. I know I wouldn't be upset if Rusev was to win, but I feel like Enzo's going to come in, maybe distract Rusev or screw over him, whatever, and Big Cass will get the win. Or they can just have him win cleanly, doesn't matter. But yeah, I believe Big Cass is going to win this pre-show matchup. And then we'll move on to the actual show. There's got 6 matches here. First, we'll talk about the Triple Threat Cruiserweight Championship match. It'll be Rich Swann defending against TJ Perkins and the Brian Kendrick. Now, who do I feel like is going to win this match? I feel like Rich Swann is going to retain his Cruiserweight Championship, and I think after this is going to lead into a feud between Rich Swann and TJ Perkins, and I feel like in the future, TJ Perkins is going to turn heel. I feel like his face run hasn't been doing well with the fans so far, and the whole video game gimmick is kind of getting old with fans, and they don't think he's that, you know, impressive with his old character work or whatever. Brian Kendrick, he'll wrestle someone else on 205 Live or something like that. But I feel like for now, they're going to go into a program with TJ Perkins and Rich Swann, and I feel like Rich Swann is going to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Next, we'll talk about the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship matches. The New Day defending their titles against Cesaro and Sheamus, and Cesaro and Sheamus got in this position at Tribute to the Troops, winning a Fatal 4-Way #1 Contenders match or something like that. And New Day have been doing very well. They've just passed Demolition's record, and they are officially the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in the history of the whole company, which is a massive feat for them. So congratulations to all 3 guys, Biggie, Kofi, and Xavier. But who do I feel like is going to win now? I do feel like New Day are going to drop the belt soon, but I don't think it's going to be now. I think Cesaro and Sheamus, they'll eventually get them, but I feel like New Day is going to retain. I feel like maybe at Rumble or at WrestleMania or at a Raw in the near future, that's when they're going to drop the title. But I feel like for now on pay-per-view on Roadblock, I think the New Day are going to retain. Next, we'll talk about Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. 10-minute time limit match, so if Sami Zayn can last 10 minutes with Braun Strowman in the ring, he wins the match, or if he pins him, makes him submit in that time. But if Braun, you know, pins or submits him in that time, then Braun wins. You get the idea. This has been a really good feud. I like the way Mick Foley has been really, you know, firing up Sami Zayn recently to get him into this match with Braun Strowman, because he keeps saying to Sami Zayn, you know, I don't think you have what it takes to beat Braun Strowman, because he keeps kicking your ass and destroying you week in and week out and all that stuff. And then Sami Zayn, you know, goes to Mick Foley, you know, you don't believe in me, you know, I'm like guys like you, how come you don't trust me? And it seems that on Raw this past week, it was revealed that Mick Foley was deliberately firing up Sami Zayn so we can see if he's got that passion and that anger to kick Braun Strowman's ass, because that's what he's going to need. And it's because he did a bit where he's like, alright, you know what, if we won't give you the match with Braun Strowman, which we're not going to do, we're going to trade you over to SmackDown. And then he's like, do you want to know who the person you're getting traded for is? Eva Marie. And so Sami Zayn loses his shit. It's like, I'm worth 100 Eva Maries and all this crap. And then Mick Foley's like, yeah, this is what I want to see when you face Braun Strowman. Fire it up and kick his ass, which I really, really like that dynamic. Who do I think is going to win? Although, I feel like Sami Zayn is going to have a good chance with Braun. Honestly, I think Sami's going to go through the whole 10 minutes, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to pin Braun or make him tap or anything like that. I feel like they're just going to fight for 10 minutes, and like maybe at the last second Braun gets the pin, but the time runs out and Sami Zayn goes through the whole 10 minutes. So would that mean Sami Zayn wins if he goes through the whole 10 minutes? I think so. So we're just going to go with that. If they go for the 10 minutes, then Sami Zayn wins. But if I have to just pick one guy, Sami Zayn to go through the whole 10 minutes. Then we'll get to Chris Jericho versus Seth Rollins. Of course, Jericho's butted up with Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion, although they're having a bit of a friction at the moment. They're not really friendly and all that. But Seth Rollins wants to go after Chris Jericho after Jericho cost Seth Rollins the WWE Universal Championship at Raw a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, he pedigreed him on top of a car and they've been going at each other throughout the whole feud. Who do I think will win? I feel like Seth Rollins is going to beat Chris Jericho because they want to book Seth Rollins strong for his match against Triple H at WrestleMania 33, which I think is the match that they're definitely going to be going for, which is going to be a great match in my opinion. I think it'll be a lot better than Roman Reigns versus Triple H in my opinion well, not last year, technically this year. But I feel Seth Rollins is going to win. Jericho will be fine. He's still the most over guy on Raw at the moment. He's got the list. He's got the stupid idiots. He's got it and all that stuff. So yeah, I think Jericho will be fine. And so yeah, Seth Rollins to win that match. And then we'll talk about the Universal Championship match between Kevin Owens and United States Champion, the big top dog, Roman Reigns. And I don't want this match to go on last because there's another match I want to go on last, which I'll talk about later on. But here's what I say so far. If this closes the show, I have a feeling they're going to put it on Roman Reigns. I really don't want them to do it. I hope WWE's not that stupid. But if they go on last, I think Roman might win the Universal Championship. But if it goes on second last, or if it's not the main event, Kevin Owens will retain, in my opinion. I don't want to see Roman Reigns win. He's the United States Champion, for God's sakes. Why don't you defend that instead of wrestling Kevin Owens, mate? But the feud has been meh. You know, it's kind of been forgettable, this whole feud and build and all that. But I feel the match is going to be very well done, in my opinion. I feel like Kevin Owens is going to bring his A game, and I think we're going to see, you know, a great Roman Reigns, because when Roman Reigns can put on a good match, you know, he really can, you know, instead of being, you know, the boring, you know, cringy promo cutter, he can put on a damn good match if he wants to. So I feel like this is going to be a really good match. But who do I think is going to win? Overall, I'm just going to pick Kevin Owens, but if they main event, Roman Reigns will probably win. But if I have to pick one person overall, I'm just going to pick Kevin Owens to retain. Then we get to what I think should be the main event. They main event in Hell in a Cell. Why not main event Roadblock end of the line? And that is the 30-minute Iron Woman match for the Raw Women's Championship. Yeah, I said Iron Woman, I don't give a shit. Sasha Banks defending against Charlotte Flair. Who do I think is going to win? I'm going to have to go with Charlotte, you know. I think Charlotte is going to win again because they want to keep this undefeated pay-per-view streak going and all that stuff. So let's just say in the last 5 minutes or in the last minute of the match, Ric Flair comes out and it looks like he's gonna, you know, side with Sasha, because that's what he did in the Falls Count Anywhere match they had on Raw a few weeks ago, and he's gonna look like he's in, you know, Sasha's corner, and then right at the last minute he's gonna do something to Sasha. I don't know, make out with her or something, she'll get grossed out, and then there'll be like a 3 apiece or 4 apiece or whatever. We tie it up, Charlotte will hit the roll-up or whatever her move is, get the final fall, and she'll win the Raw Women's Championship. That's what I think is going to happen. But if Sasha wins, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'll be very, very happy for her, and then she'll move on to do something better. But I feel like at WrestleMania it's going to be the champion versus Bayley at WrestleMania 33, and Bayley's going to get a big victory there. That's what I think would happen. But overall, if I have to pick one woman to win, it's going to be Charlotte Flair. So, yeah, this is my Roadblock end of the line predictions. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below your predictions for the pay-per-view. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram's at JackmanLaw if anyone want to check me out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.